Today we are discussing the topic is software design. Software design is a model of a software which translates the requirement into finished software product. So we are having four different types of design models. First one is data or class design, architectural design, interface design and component design. So hereafter we are discussing one by one. So software design, in this we are representing an analysis model. It can be a set of elements, so that elements can, based on the scenario, based on the class, based on the behavior and flow oriented elements. So scenario based elements will be identified with the help of requirement, and class based element, based on the scenario, we are classified into a number of classes. So each and every class is having a separate behavior, so that will be representing in the behavioral elements. And the last one is flow oriented elements. It is used to identify the flow of class and behavioral in the form of data will be converted in from input to output. So this is the analysis model. So simple translating analysis into design with the help of your basic requirement of data, class design, architectural design and interface design, how it will be represented in the component level design. So this is a simple diagram for representing your translating. So next one is we are discussing the each and every design. So first one, class or data design. So the class or data design which having a requirement that is used to implement your software with the help of your class. So each and every class we are having a two concept. One is data elements and it will be having a function of the class. So every time we are getting the data from the user, that data will be processed in your class, and also each and every time the functional unit can take the data from the class. Second one is architectural design. So architectural design, it is used to design your class based element and flow oriented elements of the analysis model. So based on the architectural design only we are implementing the flow oriented elements and class based elements. So the next one is interface design. So what is the meaning of interface? We are having so many hardware elements and software elements will be used for the developing the software, but the user cannot identify each and every elements in the project. So each and every user can identify the element with the help of the interface. So interface is providing the communication between what are the requirements will be needed for customer to developer or customer to organization. So each and every time the customer or end user can communicate with one another with the help of your interface design. So based on the communication procedure, we have to design the interface. So next one is why the design is important. So it provides the overall representation of the software and also it provides the assurance of the quality. The second one is the customer requirement will be converted to the software product with the accurate value. And next one is all the software engineering process can monitored by the software design, and without the design it is difficult to implement our product, and it is difficult to produce the suitable requirement. It will not satisfy the requirement. So risk is what are the factors will affect our representation means first one is risk, test and quality. So these three features can be affect one we are not having a designing phase. So next one is design process. So what is the use of design process? Software design is an iterative process through which requirement can be translated into a construction part. Otherwise it will be converting into blueprint representation. So if you are having a iteration occur, we are having a number of modules or a number of levels will develop the software product with the help of your design process. So in this, what are the characteristics of good design? So if you are having a good design, what is the first one? It should be matched with the requirement what we are getting from the customer, and also it having a explicit requirement, and also having what are the basic requirement of the software product, and it should be representing your analysis representation, and also it will be accommodate with the implicit requirement what we are desired by the customer. So explicit requirement is contained based on the analysis model, and that implicit is explicit requirement decided by the customers. So next one, first we are having a requirement representation, and also we are having a implicit requirement and explicit requirement. So what is a third character? Easily the design representation can easily understand by the developers, testers, and also the customers. So if you are not providing the good design, if you are not understand the designing representation, the developer cannot develop the product, and also the tester is also not understand the product. So each and every time we have to communicate the process representation to the developer, to the tester, to the customer. Each and every time the communication should be there. But if you are designing a process in the good representation, we no need to explain each and every time to the particular person. So once it will be showing the total process of your software development. So what are the things will happen inside the software project with the help of your design phase. It's automatically having some features it should be necessary to identify your customer representation. So the design will provide the complete picture of the software, addressing of the data and functional. All the informations can possess only in the design phase when the design of your software product having a good representation. It's not having any difficulties to design a software product. It will not having a suitable representation for all the users. So second one, quality guide. So how the designing phase will identify the quality guide. So it should be having architectural style and patterns. So what is the meaning of architectural styles? We are having so many number of architectural styles to represent your design patterns. So it may be a data centric phase, or it having a server, client and server phase. So likewise we are having so many architectural styles. So we can create the styles and patterns when the software design can be used. And also each and every time we are providing the input to the particular phase, and after getting the output we can evaluate the output, it should be correct or not. So then only we can identify any deviation occur in our project, suddenly we can move on to the correct one. If you are not identifying the each and every phase, we are not identifying the output of the process, automatically what will happen at the end of the product will not satisfy the customer requirement. So each and every time we are having so many phases, so each and every phases we can check the output, means the final result of the project will not deviate from the original output. The next one is we are representing the architecture, interface, components are clearly represented in the quality guidance. The design should be modular. So what is the meaning of modular? So we are having so many phases. So each and every phase we are separate into modules. So that module will be representing as a modular representation. And in this representation, the component should be designed in the functional dependency that should be achieved by the design. And also the interface design, it will be reducing the complexity between the connected components of the system get be reduced. And the next one, quality attributes. So what are the attributes will be used for representing your design process? FURPS, FORBS model. So in this F is representing functionality. What is the functionality? It will be having a set of features and capability of the function. Usability, how the product will be used of the system. And responsibility, reliability, so R represent the reliability, it measures the frequency and service failure, severity of failure, and performance, it having a response time of the system. So each and every time we are providing the input to the system, how the system will perform for the particular input. Supportability means to adopt the enhancement or changes made in the software, that will be representing a supportability. So it is called a FORBS model. So the next one is design concept. So what is a design concept? It provides the total framework for implementing the right software. So in this design process we are having so many concepts. First one is abstraction. So what is the meaning of abstraction? What are the things will happen inside the process? We no need to explain all the process in the software. Just we can having some information can be hide from the user, or some information hide from the developers. It may be happen. So it no need to explain from starting to ending of the product. So that is abstraction. It can be implemented in the design concept. And second one is modularity. So what is the meaning of modularity? We are separating the functionality in one by one. So one functionality input will be taken by the another functionality automatically at the final. So completely we are having a only one output, but we are having a so many modular to design a software product. So this type of information can be implemented in the design concept. So main thing is in design representation, once we are getting the requirement from the customer or the stakeholders, immediately that requirement will be analyzed and also it should be converted in the design concept. So design concept is used to develop the software project in the pictorial representation of your software project. Okay, thank you.